Today, I will share with you a story where devotion towards God and a saint made an entire forest aromatic. In the heart of Nidhivan, Vrindavan, lived a great saint named Swami Haridas. Amidst the sacred groves, he resided in a humble hut and sang melodious transcendental bhajans. Each note carried the fragrance of the divine, drawing seekers like bees to the nectar of the lotus. As part of his routine, Swami Haridas used to visit the forest grove of Saghan Kunj. There, he would do pranam to the Yugal Jodi, Sri Radha and Sri Krishna, whenever they gave him divine darshan. His disciples witnessed that Gurudev would gaze with deep devotion into the forest grove. They realized that Gurudev was communing with Radha Krishna and were ever ready to serve him in whatever way he instructed. Amongst Swami Haridas's disciples was Rishikesh, whom the Guru sent to Rajasthan to preach about divine love. There he met a wealthy man, Vigyaniji, who had long desired a glimpse of God's leelas. Rishikesh revealed to him, "My Guru, Swami Haridas ji, converses with Bhagavan Krishna." The words struck Vigyani's heart deeply. In the hope of meeting Swami Haridas, Vigyani inquired from Rishikesh ji as to what he could carry as an offering. "Gurudev wants nothing, but you may offer a fine perfume for his Ishtadev." Now, Vigyani ji used all his wealth to buy the most expensive items needed to make an exquisite itra fragrance. Having created an unparalleled perfume, blending the rarest essences with a heart full of devotion, he carried it barefoot all the way from Rajasthan to Vrindavan. When he arrived in Vrindavan, Swami Haridas was sitting in deep samadhi, immersed in Roop Dhyan. As per the leela running in his mind, it was the festival of Holi in the Kunj. Shyam Sundar had just playfully drenched Radharani in scented colors. Radha ji turned to her sakhis to get even more fragrant colors that she could throw upon Shyam Sundar. The sakhi looked at the utensil, but it was empty. So Swami Haridas ji's heart stirred for Radha ji. From where would she get the fragrance to continue her divine play with Krishna? As Swamiji was meditating, Vigyaniji reached Nidhivan. Without a word, he placed the container of itra before Swami Haridas. Joy lit the saint's face. Inwardly offering it to Radharani, he poured the entire perfume into the river Yamuna. When Swami Haridas came to external consciousness, he saw this stranger with a sad face. Vigyani introduced himself upon inquiry from the saint. He mentioned that he had brought the fragrance with so much of love and all his life savings poured into it. But he could not understand why Guruji threw it in the river. Swamiji turned to his disciples and instructed them to take Vigyani inside the Saghan forest grove. There he saw the entire grove and the sanctum of the deity Bihariji was flooded with fragrance that he had brought. It was the scent of the colors that Radharani had just playfully thrown on Shyam Sundar. Tears streamed down Vigyani's face. He had not just given perfume, he had participated in God's leela, all because of the Guru's grace. From that day, Vigyani surrendered his life, his soul, and every breath at the lotus feet of Swami Haridas. This beautiful story captures how a sincere devotional offering to the Guru transforms and transcends ordinary reality. Let us read a few lines from Bhagavad Gita for everyday living, the commentary to verse 4.34. One of the most magnanimous graces of God is when He brings the soul in contact with the true Guru. When the disciple develops humility and the Guru is pleased with the service attitude of the disciple, spiritual wisdom is revealed in the heart of the student by the Guru's grace. Unlike secular education, spiritual edification can neither be imparted to the student by a mechanical teaching process, nor is it purchased for a price. Spiritual knowledge is received by divine grace. Even the avatars like Sri Ram and Sri Krishna placed themselves at the feet of a Guru to learn. They did not do so out of necessity, but to set an eternal example of the indispensable role of the Guru in one's spiritual journey. God's grace is constant, like the sun that never ceases to shine. His compassion, love, and blessings pour on us endlessly. Yet, just as sunlight cannot enter a closed room, divine grace cannot illumine the heart that is clouded by ignorance, pride, and attachment. The Guru is that sacred window who opens a passage for God's light to enter into our hearts. It is through the Guru's guidance that the shutters of doubt are unlatched. The curtains of ego are drawn aside, and the dust of lifetimes is swept away. Without the window, the brilliance of the sun remains outside. However, through the open window, our heart is bathed in a radiance that transforms us forever. Therefore, the Guru is the medium for attracting divine grace. The Guru is the voice with which God whispers to our soul. The Guru is the hand with which God lifts us from the mud, the eyes through which He looks upon us with compassion. Therefore, what we surrender at the lotus feet of our Guru is never diminished. It is sanctified, multiplied, and returned as grace. Vigyani's perfume offered to his Gurudev scented not just the Kunj of Vrindavan, but the chambers of his own heart forever with divine love.